There's a pasuk in this week's parsha that upon reading it, you do a double take. Is that really what the pasuk says? What does that pasuk mean? Pasuk says, "Vayomer Hashem al Moshe." Hashem says to Moshe, "Re'ei, see, nisaticha Elohim leparo. I have made you an Elohim, a God. What does that mean? Over Paro, va'aron achicha yeh nevi'echa, and Aaron, your brother, is going to be the Navi." So Rashi comments, what does it mean that you're going to be Elohim? It's not a lashon, it's not a language of godliness, of kedusha. Shofet verodeh leradosa b'makos yisum. You're going to be the one who inflicts the pain of the makos. But it's a strange language. It's a strange language. So beautiful insight from the Shemin HaTov. And he cites the Gemara in Shabbos and Daf Lamed Amud Aleph. And the Gemara there tells the story of the building of the Beis HaMikdash, that when Shlomo HaMelech was building the Beis HaMikdash, he was trying to bring the Aron inside, into the Kodshei HaKadoshim. And the Sha'arim did not want, the gates did not want to let him in. And they said, Amar Shlomo Chavdal Renanos Velonana, that Shlomo said all of these praises, and he wasn't answered. Pasach V'Amar, and then begins, and he said, Su'u Sha'arim Rasheichem V'hinasu Pischei Olam V'yavo Melech HaKavod. The gates should open up and let the Melech HaKavod come in. And Ma'atu Basrei Lemifli, they pursued him. Why did they pursue him? Amru Mihu Ze Melech HaKavod. Who is the Melech HaKavod? He thought that they were for the gates that they're talking about. The Shlomo himself is the Melech. Open up for the king. And so they responded, Mihu Ze Melech HaKavod, as the Kapitel of Tehillim says. Amar Lahu, he said, Hashem, Izuz V'Gibor. It's HaKadosh Baruch Hu is God. V'Amar Su'u Sh'arim Rasheichem. And then they said, okay, open up, now you understand. And then the Gemara says in the end that they were not answered until he said, Al Tashev B'nei Mishiach Henu B'Zechus David. It was ultimately in the Zechus of David uniquely that Shlomo HaMelech was able to finally get the Aron into the Kodesh HaKadoshim. And the Medrash comments, Lama Kara Shlomo as HaKadosh Baruch Hu Melech HaKavod. Why is it that he refers to Hashem as the Melech HaKavod, the Melech of honor? And Medrash explains, the Melech Basar V'Dam, when it comes to a human king, you can't ride on his horse, you can't sit in his throne. You can't wear his garments. And you can never go by his name. But God, Hashem is different. He was willing to call Moshe by his name. Elohim leparo. This pasuk, our pasuk, Hashem is willing to put His own name onto Moshe. Amar le'Hakadosh Baruch Hu leMoshe. Why? Why was it necessary? Hashem says to Moshe, Paro Rosh Asa Atzmo Aloha. Paro was trying to make himself out to be a deity. Shnar Li Yor Rivani Yasin. I created the Yor. I created the Yor. We see this in Rashi several times. Lefichach Yereo Schav Yomer Shezeh Eloka. So he says he's going to look at you and say, you are a God. You are that role. So what you see is that Shlomo HaMelech thought that the Sha'arim thought that the Melech HaKavod, he was ascribing it to himself. And that's why the Sha'arim didn't let him in. But what in the end they revealed is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the Melech HaKavod. Because real kavod is the ability to be mechabed somebody else. It's a pagam. It's something lacking in a human king to give over that malchus to somebody else. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because the kavod belongs to him, he can take it and give it to somebody else. That's the Melech HaKavod. The real kavod belongs to those who can honor others. And that's true not only of a king, but that's true in general. The way that we deserve kavod is not because we ask for kavod for ourselves. It's when we're able to be mechabed, when we're able to honor other people. It's not a small thing. It's not a small thing. But we need to show kavod for other people. That's a HaKadosh Baruch Hu was willing to put his own name on Moshe Rabbeinu, to put Paro in his place, make Paro realize that the kavod really belongs to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, not to him. So how we interact with other people, the more that we give kavod, we give honor to others, that is what is going to elevate us. That is what is going to bring us together. And that is what makes Klal Yisrael into the unique one nation that they are, and hopefully through that we are able to turn towards HaKadosh Baruch Hu as the Melech HaKavod and ask him to once again bestow the kavod upon his nation with the rebuilding of the Beis HaMikdash.